say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
All right, welcome everyone. Georgi and Trosk here again for another episode for you. We do need to make a quick disclaimer here. Don't know if you guys can hear it, but there is some serious torrential rain going on outside. That's why I've got a puffer jacket on and Trosk is layered up to the hilt.
It is officially winter in New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks. We hate it here. It's pretty hectic, so we just wanted to let you guys know. Sorry if you can hear it.
What's strange, though, if you've never travelled the world, is that while we're having the worst weather that we could possibly get here in New Zealand, on the other side of the world, in the United States of the Americas, they have the best weather that they could be getting.
Yep.
And they're all partying it up,
Yes.
apparently, celebrating their favourite American holiday, Independence Day, 4th of July.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So what are we going to do today, Trosk?
Today, we decided to celebrate the 4th of July. We are going to say everything that we love and hate about America. So, we're going to...
Now, with all due respect to Americans, we do have a long list of hates, but we also have a long list of loves as well. So, just like everyone else around the world, us New Zealanders are also, we've also got some sort of obsession with America and Americans.
I'm myself a gigantic pop culture fan, as you know.
And it all comes from the US.
Yeah.
And so we're going to use this opportunity to pay homage, pay respects to all the Americans out there celebrating the 4th of July.
Absolutely.
So, without any further ado, Trosk, why don't you give us the honours and start out.
I'll kick us off. This one's going to be rough, hey?
Love or hate, you get to start. Maybe we start on a positive note, considering it's 4th of July.
All right. I'm going to start with a pro here.
Okay.
So I recently watched American Made, which is a movie with Tom Cruise to celebrate. And America is one of the very few places in the world where you can be a drug dealer and also work for the government.
What?
Yeah.
You can be a drug dealer and work for the government?
Yes.
What, like as an undercover cop?
No. So American Made tells a story of one of the pilots that used to fly coke for Pablo Escobar. And Tom Cruise portrays this man. Now, the whole film is about Tom Cruise. He was originally a commercial pilot.
Right.
And this guy from the CIA eventually comes to him and say, look, we'll set you up with this plane. We want you to fly in these different areas and we'll pay you a lot of money. And basically, there's just going to be a camera underneath that's going to take photos of the area. And now this is for the CIA that's requested. They want intelligence to overthrow some sort of rebel group over there. So that's what he gets approached with this job.
So how did they convince him to cooperate?
I have money. Just said, hello, here's some cash. And he was like, fuck my job. This is better.
Really?
So that's a good indication of what kind of guy this is that they're trying to portray. Like, he's there for the cash. So anyway, he flies his plane. He starts taking these photos and, he starts getting a bit of cash. And he's like, wow, this is pretty sick. And part of his job as well was taking photos. He would land in a place in Central America. He'd go to one of the governing officials there. He'd give them money, and they would exchange information, which he would then fly back to the States.
Wow.
And on one of his trips, someone was waiting for him at the airport. They picked him up. He thought it was obviously someone that was like meant to come and meet him for the CIA, and it was one of Pablo's boys.
Oh, no.
And they were like, why are you taking all these pretty pictures with your government plane of my country and all this? And instead of killing him, they said, why don't you just fly some coke back while you're at it? And anyway, so that it basically just went from there, and he kept getting these different opportunities and just flying, and he'd go drop off coke, and the government knew. They were like, yeah, just make your money on the side. Like,
Wow.
focus on our shit, but like, here's a plane and here's a company.
Yes.
It's a non-existent company, but it looks official. So yeah, and they were like, oh, we know that one of the things they said as well. They're like, yeah, would have been ideal if the guns that you were meant to be delivering for us to that rebel group wasn't then also half of the guns being given to Pablo Escobar to fund his Medellin cartel. But they were like, but oh well. Oh well, yeah.
Hey, to make an omelet, like they say, you got to break some eggs.
And the movie's name, American Made, the whole story is about Tom Cruise, about a couple different times, different parts of the story. He's like, you tell me this isn't the goddamn best country in the goddamn world.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
I like
a good
that one.
Yeah.
That's a real good one. I
The
completely agree with
land
that.
of opportunity.
Land of opportunity.
Yeah.
That's perfect. All right, I'm going to do one as well.
That's a
for
good one to
things that I
start.
love.
Even
That's
though
a
it's
great
quite,
one.
quite dark.
Yeah, there's heaps of stories like that. You know, like the guy from Catch Me If You Can,
Yeah,
Frank
absolutely.
Abagnale, you know?
Abagnale, yeah.
He
Portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's
Yeah.
right. Watch that movie if you haven't seen it. But yeah, he's a scammer.
One of my favorite movies of all time, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah.
Love that one. Yeah, we won't bring you any spoilers, but all right, here we go. So, one thing...
I'm going to do it. I did a pro. Are you going to do a pro or a con?
I'm going to do a pro,
Okay.
and then you're going to do a con, and I'm going to do a con.
Yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah? All right. So, to me, let's be honest. America has some of the best holidays ever.
Holidays?
Yes. So, I'll give you some examples.
Holiday destinations?
They have spring break.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They have prom.
Yes.
They have the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Obviously, they have Independence Day.
Yes.
They've got Coachella, South by Southwest, and heaps of others that we don't have that are just so sick that we all like want to go out and do.
No, you're never short of something to do in America. And it's funny that these holidays is a really good one because it's one of the countries, and this is such a good example, that takes that shit so seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Like, your holiday is like, that's your right. Like,
yeah.
going to spring break is your right.
That's like a subclause of freedom.
Yeah. And it's basically a piss up.
Yeah, man. It's like...
The 4th of July especially is massive as well. It's so big. And all the events that occur.
How could I forget?
It.
Thanksgiving. They have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving as well. Thanksgiving we've adopted as well. Like we love Thanksgiving. I mean,
do.
Just a reason to...
We've started doing Thanksgiving over the last couple of years because we want to give thanks, and people in New Zealand
I'm down
don't
for
do
that food.
Yeah, the turkey's a pretty good part.
Yeah.
And also they've got Labor Day.
Yeah.
Where everyone gets a day off, and yeah, that's something that we wish we could have.
I got to say that in New Zealand though, they are ramping up the public holidays. I feel
true.
like in the last couple of months, the amount of Mondays and Fridays we've had off, it's been a bit ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it's true. We have, for anyone who doesn't know, in New Zealand we have, I believe it's 8 to 10 long weekends, so 3-day weekends of the year.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Recently was extended by one for a new holiday that we got.
Yeah.
But still, they just don't have the level of, I guess, what would you say? The level of...
So we've got the Queen's birthday as a good example,
Yeah, we have
which
Queen's
is a
birthday.
weekend that everyone usually takes to like go away and go and have a good weekend.
That's right.
And party up a little bit.
Yes.
But it is the Queen's birthday. There's no real...
Yeah, there's no, like, you don't dress but to theme. There's no, like, real festivals on that day. It's just the Queen's birthday.
America's
right?
ones are like you've got Halloween, and then it's got a theme to it.
Yes.
And like it seems like a lot of the American holidays have like a similar strong theme like that, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, they have a dress-up theme for every one of their holidays.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We ain't dressing up for Queen's birthday.
No, neither for Matariki.
No. There's not many ones that you dress up for.
We do have an interesting
big
one.
Here. Halloween's big here as well.
It is, but it's nothing like the US. Let's admit
obviously.
it.
I mean,
We have an interesting holiday here in New Zealand, which is not actually recognized as a public holiday, but we have something that is very unique to New Zealand called Crate Day. If you haven't heard of this, Crate Day is when you buy...
this is brilliant. Let's talk about this a bit. This is perfect 4th of July behavior.
Yeah, this is something
We
that you
should
might
have
do
got
on
a
4th of
crate.
July.
Crate Day is It's a beautiful day, and it started off quite small here, and just grew rapidly as everyone was like, "That's something I can get on board with." And basically, what you do on Crate Day is a bunch of you and your mates gather in a backyard somewhere, a couple of white plastic chairs, and all else that you need is a crate of 12 beers.
Big beers.
About that big, yeah.
Yeah, like I'd say a liter or 750 mil, something like that.
I think 750. Yeah. Go find that out for us.
Yeah, we need to make sure we get this right.
Crate Day just got bigger and bigger. Radio stations are now behind it, and people celebrate it. And there are even certain politicians in New Zealand that call for it to be made an official holiday, and that people get the day off.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? I saw this post the other day. It was from one of the... Could have been David Seymour. That was, yeah.
He sounds like the politician that would do that.
Yeah, that's like, let's get Crate Day to be a day off. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Which I support. But, yeah, it's a... Yeah, so it's 750 mils. It's a giant beer.
Yep.
And
how many of them in a crate? 12, right?
12 in a crate.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, it's a ridiculous... Can you do the math for us on that, on how many liters we would be consuming? I'm not.
Yeah. Jeez, I believe it would be 8.
8. 8 is the one word I was going for. Is it 8?
Yeah.
9.
Oh, okay, we're both off. Okay.
It's 9 liters. There's a lot of volume to consume, and the key is to finish everything.
Yes.
On that day.
And here's another thing. So, Crate Day is getting more recognition because people take it so seriously. In fact, I've been at Crate Days when people have finished the 12 750 ml beers before noon.
Before you even get there. I'll be getting to the party.
Yeah.
And there's already one guy on. He's got like, he's looking like this, and he's just like, "I'm fucking already done, bro. Where you at, pussy?" And then I'm like, "I'm not. I just bought a pack of Pals, actually."
Yeah, I bought a 4-pack of zeros.
But that's there's always one guy that the one that I used to go to quite regularly. There used to be there's like a champion each year, you know, and everyone there's like a select. I would say probably about 3 or 4 dudes that are going for the championship each year.
Yes, usually it's the dudes that have got not much else going on in their lives. No offense to all you Crate Day fanatics out there.
Well, they got to focus on their careers.
That's right.
Yeah, they hold the record.
It takes a lot of skill to be somebody who can finish 12 crate bottles before.
Yeah, I think the record is roughly around something like 3 hours. I think 2 to 3 hours into the day. I can't imagine you can drink 12 beers faster than that. Maybe in an hour. Maybe in an hour and a half. I don't know.
I don't know. You got to think about getting 9 liters through your system and back out. You know, your stomach capacity is probably not 9 liters.
Well, one of the pros that I had here is...
Nah, bro, you're on a con now.
Yeah, but it's on the... Okay, we'll move on. We'll come back to this.
All right, con number 1.
POTUS.
POTUS?
Yeah.
What about him?
The vibes have just been off with like every single one of those fuckers that have been up there and selected.
I have to second that one. I had that one too, bro.
Yeah, POTUS.
Yeah.
That's I still don't see how these guys get picked.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, in comparison, here in New Zealand, we still have some politicians that we like, right? We have David Seymour, who's pretty funny. Some people on the left, they've got Chloe Swarbrick.
Okay, I'm a Chloe fan.
Yeah?
I can get on board.
Yeah, I don't mind Chloe Swarbrick. But in the US, they keep just picking dunces, bro. Like, what is the deal? 75, 76-year-old dudes?
They've got so many people to choose from.
Yes.
There's 400 million people to choose from.
Yeah.
And it's just like the same fucking 4 guys.
It's unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Because...
Everyone there is a friend before they become a president. Some guy doesn't just show up and say, "Hello, my turn."
That's right.
Yeah.
Other than Donald Trump, obviously.
Donald Trump is literally the only one, I think. Even though he's ridiculously connected, these other guys are all in the same fucking friend group. You know, they all have Thanksgiving together.
Oh, I'm sure. They send each other Christmas cards.
When Trump got voted in, I was like, I am just excited to see something different.
Me too.
Honestly.
And that's
Like,
probably how a lot of the country felt as well.
Yeah, just let's see what else is going on, because everyone's been keeping it chill, and we had Obama, but shit's still going downhill, and we're still in the wars. So
That's right. And imagine, like, out of, 330 million people, and then you finally narrow it down to the bottom two, or to the top two, and then everyone's, like, sentiment is, yeah, let's give this fucking weird guy a try.
yeah.
Like, come on.
People's decision making usually in America when voting for the president is which one is better. Like, which
course.
one can I not fucking vote for?
Yeah.
Like, if that one gets in, that's going to be an issue.
Yes.
Like, people voted for Trump because they just couldn't fathom voting for Hillary Clinton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And, like, Joe Biden, same thing. People were sick of Trump, so they're like, we can't do Trump again.
Yes.
Let's bring this new guy in, even though we know fuck all about this guy.
Yeah. Anyway, enough political talk.
Yeah,
Give
anyway.
me. You've given me a hate. I'll give you a hate now.
Yep.
This is going to be a controversial one. We ready?
That's what we fucking do here.
So, I was in the US. Before I say what it is, I'm just going to give you an example, because this could go badly. I was in the US. I was walking through, what's that main street in New York? What's it called? Times Square?
Yeah, Times Square, yeah.
Walking through Times Square. A dude comes over to me. He's like, "What's up, man? You got to listen to my music. Like, you know, have a CD. Take a CD." And I was like, "Sweet, bro. I'll take a CD. Looks sick." And so I grabbed one. And the guy who I was with, you know, my friend from New Zealand who I was walking with, he's like, "No, don't take one. Don't take one." And I said, "Why not, man? This guy's giving me a free CD." And then my mate says, "No, don't take it. Just leave this. Just leave. Let this guy be. Let him do his thing." And then the guy, who was a black gentleman who was giving me the CD, he said, "Oh, bro, don't listen to your friend. He just hates black people." And then instantly I was like, "Hey, bro, like, just because he doesn't want your CD doesn't mean he hates black people. You can't just throw that out there. You can't just, like, accuse somebody of being a racist so quick." I just think that there's, like, a lot, like, people just focus too much on race over in the US.
Yeah, no, it fuels everything over there. And it is because they have such a diverse culture.
Yes.
And there's no certain way to do something in America, and there's a certain group of people that believe that they own it, even though they were definitely not there first.
Yeah.
But so I mean, who does America really belong to? It doesn't belong to any of you. Go over there and just, like, enjoy yourself.
Zoom out,
and you're
bro.
independent. Zoom the fuck
Just
out.
zoom out.
Just zoom out, brother.
Before you try to claim anything.
I think it's like the cancel culture thing is so big over there as
Yes.
well. You know, if you cancel someone in New Zealand, people be like, "All right, man, like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever."
It's not
When you
going to
cancel
work.
someone over there, it's such a big thing because people are constantly trying to point the finger at someone else.
That's
You
right.
know?
And it's like, I feel like in America, one of the first questions people ask, like, "What's your name?" or whatever, straight after that, they'll be like, "Yo, what's, you know, where are you from? Or what's your race? Or what's your mix? Or, like, are you mixed? Or are you Latino? Or are you black?" Or, you know, they'll ask one of these questions. But here in New Zealand, we got tons of different ethnicities. We've got people from the islands, we've got Māori people, we've got white people,
Bulgarians,
Europeans,
South
Bulgarians,
Africans.
South Africans, heaps of South Africans.
Yeah.
But yet, we just don't seem, obviously Indians, Asians, like, we don't seem to straight away ask people, like, what's your ethnicity? What's, you know, where are you from? Where are your parents from? We just don't care.
There's no real, like, grouping of racism. Oh, not racism. Grouping of races here that I see.
No.
That much. It's very normal for everyone in a friend group to be from, like, completely different cultures, and we all have the same Kiwi culture in us.
Absolutely.
That, like, we grew up here and everyone's just like, fuck yeah, the Warriors. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Regardless of your fucking race.
Exactly. Everyone pretends they like rugby.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually do, but
Yeah.
you know, everyone has to pretend they like it because we're part of New Zealand now, and we all, you know, in high school, everyone pretends to be to enjoy binge drinking because that's part of our culture.
Yeah.
There's hardly any people.
It's brought us closer together,
Yeah.
racially.
I guess we all try to assimilate
Yeah.
here in New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
so
it's,
much in the US.
In the US, it's just, I don't know, I feel like they put so much pressure on you if you are a diverse person to make that all that is your identity.
Yeah.
It's very, I see it so much, like,
So true.
so in this new Marvel movie that just came out, Doctor Strange movie, there's a new hero in there, and her name is America Chavez, and she, I think she's Latino, and then she's also bisexual, and that's like everything that they're basing her, like they put a pride like little sticker on her jacket and all. They just did a bunch of extra shit that I didn't think was necessary.
I
It's
see.
like
So that became her identity.
yeah, so she's now like the Latino gay actor or something, you
I
know,
see.
where it's like she's just a really good actress. Like
Why isn't that enough?
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand representation. Obviously, I get that. But the fact that every fucking thing that was posted about her that I've seen when I've wanted to get to know more about her acting career, like her background and like what she's into and why she wants to play a superhero, all I've gotten is where she's from and what she likes to do in the bedroom.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know, imagine if I went out there and I'm like, I'm fucking South African and I'm so straight. I love getting with bitches. And like everyone's like,
But that's what they do now, bro.
Killing it.
People like you saw it in the Microsoft sort of conference or whatever. Everyone would say, "Hi, my name is Ali, and I am a bisexual white woman, and I identify as I don't know, whatever. Like I'm a he or she, her, something."
no,
it's like people want
motherfucker,
to.
you're an actress. Tell me more about that.
Yeah.
But nah, I understand it, but it is just, it's a lot. Everyone knows it's a lot. But yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
Interesting thing I wanted to tell you about that is, and I forgot it. Perfect. We'll have to cut that.
Yeah, let's scoot on over.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
here it is. Here it is. Here
Okay.
it is. So, another thing about America is I was reading about that guy, Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, and the timeline of when he was first hired at Google to when he became the CEO of Google.
Right.
And they listed all of his accolades as he was in the company. Like he launched Google Maps, he launched the Google Play Store. Like he took on all those initiatives and brought them to the public and made the company hundreds of billions of dollars before he became CEO. But alongside all of those great accomplishments, one of the ones that they put in was the first colored or non-white vice president of Google, which I was like, come
So
on,
specific.
dude. It's like, I work in IT. Most of the people are not white. They're like Indian people, Asian people, like all sorts of races.
So-
I don't see why that should be an accomplishment.
It's like the president of the United States, the first black president of the United States.
Yeah.
I get that. It's like a major change for
Yeah.
America.
That's a bit
and
different.
It's something to like, you
Yes,
know, it
yes.
makes it's a what's another word for like a summary? It's like a summary of every of
Like
a
an
collection of
encapsulation.
everyone's thoughts now in America is that they would want a black president there.
yes.
Not a bunch of white guys in the boardroom being like, let's get some color in here. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a
He legit won fair and square, is what you're saying. Yeah, and that's where America's out.
Yeah. So it's it's just it's a different thing, really.
So we get it. If it's got like historical ties and stuff and it's something meaningful to the country, that's fine. Barack Obama, first black president, meaningful, makes sense. I
Yeah.
think that it's an accomplishment for the country itself. But when you've got an Indian dude who becomes the CEO of a tech company, it's like, come on, man. You know? There's
Yeah,
anyway. So that was my hate. That is too much focus on race.
yeah. Too much focus on race. I think the bad that comes from the focus on race would be less if there was just less focus on race. But I
Yeah.
could be wrong. We haven't figured it out yet.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Comment below.
The food.
The food?
The food.
That's a love?
Yeah, not the American food, but the food you can get there, obviously due to the diversity. No, that's just a joke. But all the food that they have there, the diverse food, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But the need for Instagram has made the food adventure
I see.
aspect quite adventurous. Can we just get up the food god on Instagram and we'll look at a couple of these? So this guy's He's a friend of the Kardashians, and I think that's basically his career. But he eats really extravagant food and goes around America looking for all these people that do all these cool different things. And New Zealand is one of those places that definitely does this as well. You know, you've got places like Something Dumpling. You've got different ice cream stores that just give you some like ridiculous concoction.
Incredible stuff, yeah.
And that is definitely from, I would say, the food bloggers in America going to like eat a big ball of candy floss, or just doing something extra is American as fuck.
Oh yeah,
the biggest pizza,
like the world's
Italian,
largest
the biggest
pizza or
pizzas
something.
here.
Yeah, man. I found that when I was there.
Yeah,
Every time I ordered something, it was like either spectacular looking or spectacularly large.
Yeah,
you know, like
that's what I mean. Yeah.
One of those two things.
Yeah,
right. And it's oh, here he is.
Yeah, so this is the food god. We can just probably scroll down. That's him just working on more. All right, let's get into the food part. Yeah, so you can see all the crazy stuff here. And he goes and does, which is such an American thing, he goes and eats like the most expensive stuff.
Oh,
so he goes to like a pizza store.
Yes.
And they make him a $50,000 pizza. What? You know what I mean? So they just go and find the most expensive shit that they can put on this pizza.
That's insane.
Just to get the price tag. But I love how extravagant all this looks.
I mean, this could double as another love. Like, here's the thing. These types of jobs, like this job and the other job you told me about, the guy who's like the space, like, what is it? What was he? Space, like...
No, dude, he is a curator of most of the Miami nightlife.
Yes.
And that's what he's known for. Miami's one of the biggest party spots in the world, and this guy's known to, run that scene.
Who are you talking about again for our
Dave
viewers?
Grutman.
Dave Grutman, yeah.
It's his birthday today, actually. Happy birthday, Dave Grutman.
Happy birthday to Dave Grutman. Love to have you on the show. Send us a DM.
Keep partying. I would love to talk to that dude to see how you go from starting a small club. And this is perfect as well, the land of opportunity. Starting a small club or working in restaurants or being a chef to going to being best friends with David Beckham. You know what I mean?
Well, that's perfect segue for my next love.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Okay, let's get into it.
So my next love is, when you're in America, you're always one conversation away from becoming super rich or super famous.
Or super poor.
Yeah, or super poor and a drug addict
Super in
somewhere
jail.
in a gutter. Or in jail.
But we'll talk about the positive, yeah?
Yeah, well, let's keep it positive. So it seems to me that there are so many opportunities there to get famous. Like, think about the girl, like the Cash Me Outside girl who just like was on one episode of Dr. Phil.
One episode.
Some people who like make it on the news, like the guy who's like, hide your kids, hide your wife. People who make it on, one of those reality TV shows and have got 1 million followers and can just promote shitty products for the rest of their career. All of these things are just ways is once you get out in the public eye, you're kind of sorted after that.
Yeah.
It seems.
And it's, again, because such a dense population as well.
Yeah.
And they have such wide media coverage.
Yes.
Now, you have a dense population in somewhere, let's say like Japan or something as well.
Yep.
And they all have viral videos go. And it'll be mostly viral in Japan. In Australasia, we'll have, that blew up in New Zealand or Australia when you have a guy that's like taking up all the media spotlight. Whereas America somehow grabs everyone's fucking eyes.
Everyone loves the Americans.
They
love watching them.
Overexposure.
Yes.
Really. And the opportunity to make money there is nuts. And the Cash Me Outside girl is a pretty good example because she went on Dr. Phil. Then she got onto a rap song with some pretty decent artists.
Yeah.
Where she was a rapper. And then she started an OnlyFans, which she now makes millions from. It's hard to it's hard to spit that one out.
Yeah.
She is making I think she's top 5 OnlyFans. Yeah, and they've made millions. She's made millions from that, and she hasn't shared a single nude picture.
Insane. I actually watched...
So she's not a porn star. She's not a rapper.
No.
She's a guy.
She's just a brat that was on a TV show because she needed therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her career is popping.
Absolutely popping.
Popping.
There are dudes out there...
She's barely even started.
There are guys and girls with 3+ degrees working a job for like 40,000 USD who have been there for 20 years and are experts at what they do, who will never see that amount of money in their entire life that she makes in a year.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think the thing that people hate on TikTok so much, I see it all the time in the Instagram comments especially. People are like, "Oh, don't share that TikTok shit here, just random people trying to get famous." It's like, let them.
Yeah.
If you've enjoyed that video and you consume some content, like, let them get paid from it.
Yeah, let them do their thing.
I think TikTok is sick. I feel it's sick that you can be a guy that just fishes and has like a normal construction job in Midwest America and never have a chance to go Hollywood.
Yes.
And all you do is film a couple of cool videos of you fishing, and now you get paid to fish, and you have a celebrity and all these people that care about fishing and like want to watch that.
I completely agree.
How sick.
Amazing.
That's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff on TikTok, obviously, that gets celebrated, but we're not going to be able to avoid that, apparently.
Just comes with the course, I suppose.
Right. Like, you know, we go to Cash Me Outside, but then we also get, no, there's another good example there, really.
There's plenty, man. All right, let's have your next dislike.
Yeah, we're pretty dark here. Some of these are the list, and then country music was one of them.
Oh, this is a dislike?
Yeah. Which also lines up with one of my pros, which is rap music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So just
okay, so country music bad, rap music good.
well, yeah, and then we have Lil Nas X.
What about
in the
Lil
middle.
Nas X?
Yeah, he's just
Where does
on
he
the fence.
fall on this?
You know when you draw all those diagrams, we just have Lil Nas X in the middle.
That's right.
where he sits.
Yes.
Just a little bit there. I don't love him or hate him either.
Right in the center of the Venn diagram.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Venn diagram. That's the one I'm. That's the one I'm referring to.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Okay.
it's tough to put them into categories, but I'm just saying the music. There's obviously a lot of output from America in the music industry.
But
And,
you like some of the Western type of songs, right? You like Old Town Road. Oh, sorry, that's actually Lil Nas X. You like Wagon Wheel?
No.
What about like?
Do you know how many times I've heard Wagon Wheel played in the club? When I've been working there and these kids just go nuts for it, I'm just like, I've heard the song a million times. It's not that good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Wagon Wheel, so you're singing along to it.
You have a point. You
Yeah.
have a point.
It's
I
like-
feel the same about that song.
Closing time.
No, I feel that's another good example.
Yeah.
I feel that way about that song by Bon Jovi. It's like Tommy used to work on it.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that song.
You
dude.
hate that song?
I hate that song. It's my
such an-
life. Yeah, is that
that's
what it
such
is?
an American Independence Day song.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That song sucks. It's like not good to dance to. You look like an idiot singing it, and just no one likes it. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
They just know it, so they sing it.
Yeah, my pros and cons for the music needs to be discussed together because it's like, as much as there is pro, there is also the song WAP. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. And that's not country. And like there is good country songs. But the fact that I have to say there is good country songs means it's very much at the bottom of the list for me.
That's true.
Like I appreciate all music and country's the one I appreciate least.
I see.
So
No, I agree with that.
yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
100%. Country's yeah.
I could probably name only 5 country songs that I like, so I'm on board with that one.
I reckon I've got 3.
All right, something that I hate. I don't know if I want to go there yet. I mean, we're only, 30 minutes in?
I might have to cut it short as well.
Because we're going to get pretty dark here.
All right, should we do dark and quick?
Should we? Yeah, we'll do the dark
Let's
ones
not
real
deep
quick.
dive.
All right, here we go.
We'll run through ours. Okay. Quick fire.
Too many guns.
Too many guns.
Yeah.
Always in some war-related activity.
Too many active shooters.
Republicans.
Hey, that's okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Do yours.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Democrats.
Yeah. Nice.
And then basically I've just got the history, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
The history in
yeah.
general is pretty dark.
Yes.
And then I also have the death penalty.
Oh, they still have that?
In certain places they do.
Oh, I see. Oh, obviously they've what is it? Upturned Roe v. Wade. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that a little more?
Yeah.
I've got minimal information, so if you want to inform me and the public.
Yeah, sure. So, sometime last week, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned what they had as a federal law, which was that any woman in the U.S. can get an abortion in any state.
Yeah.
There's some rules and regulations depending on when and stuff like that, and in what circumstance, but it is their federal right as an American to get one. So what the Supreme Court did is they overturned the Roe v. Wade, meaning that the responsibility is now on the legislatures of each state to determine the legality status of abortions for their own state's constituency. So basically, it used to be something that you could get anywhere in the US. Now it depends on where you're at. The rules are different depending on all of the states, and people aren't happy about it.
Basically, if you were living in any of the states before, regardless of how people living in that state felt about you getting an abortion, you were still able to get one.
That's right.
Because it was a federal law.
Yes.
Now that the federal laws are removed, means that all the states that don't support abortion, it's now illegal to do that, right?
That's right. That's right.
Which is really fucked.
Well, look, there's two ways to look at it, right? So if you're in the camp of pro-life, where you believe that life begins at conception, it's not fucked, because what you're basically doing is preventing murder, right?
Would you base that off Christianic beliefs?
Who knows what they base it off? Probably mostly it's that, but some people believe that, and if they believe that, they should be allowed to, I suppose. We can't really say whether it's true or not.
Yeah, the problem is that you're allowed to have your own beliefs, but you can't inflict those beliefs onto others. And now they can legally do that.
Well, that's, I guess, what a law is, right?
I guess so, yeah.
And this is...
That's my problem with them.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to spend too much time on this.
Yeah.
I just want to give, my full opinion on this in, 2 minutes. Are you willing to listen?
I'll listen.
All right, so obviously we got people on two ends. One side, which is typically on the left, they believe that that is a woman's choice. It's her body. She gets to decide what she wants to do with her body. On the other side, you got mostly people on the right, and they're saying, no, actually killing an unborn baby is murder, and that's why it should be illegal. So I think I'm on the left side of this debate, and a reason for that is because the people who are saying pro-life, they're saying that there's too many abortions, we need to reduce the number of abortions, and there should be some penalty for someone because they think that people are just getting abortions because they're like, oh, fuck you, I'm not going to use protection, I'm not going to use plan B, if worse comes to worse, I get an abortion, and so there needs to be a penalty. So my opinion is that if you've ever met a girl who's had an abortion, they already have an intrinsic penalty for doing that. They feel depressed after it. They don't want to tell their family, their friends. They don't want to tell people that they're around. They have to take days off work. And their hormones go completely out of whack. I mean, they feel shit for ages. There's a chemical bond between, a female and her baby. And so even when they have miscarriages and stuff, they get depressed, dude, even if they didn't want to have the baby.
Yeah, 100%.
And so there's still a massive penalty there. And the other thing that the people on the right are saying is that, oh, well, they're just so frequent, and girls they just don't think about them, they're irresponsible, and so we need to have less of them.
Such a fucking generalization.
And I'm like, okay, maybe there is the small amount of girls that do that, but nobody wants to have an abortion.
Seriously.
It's a complete last resort.
It literally, that's all you really need to say is no one wants to do this.
Yeah.
We just want to be able to if we're fucked, we have to.
Exactly.
Okay? And this is one of the examples as well, that now, if by some chance you are unfortunate to have a baby with someone that you didn't want to, or did not consent to, or you were drunk when something happened, and you are now you have to now carry that person's child. Which is and also for a quote from the Bible, life begins at the first breath. Fun fact for you.
Yeah, we should send that to all the Republicans. And then my final point, I'm going to need some help.
Highlighted in all their Bibles.
I'm going to need some help from the audience here, and from you, Trosk, as well, because if you think about human beings outside of the context of our current world and society, if we think about us as animals, right? We have animals. Animals can get sick. They can, they get in fights. They die. They kill each other. All of that sort of stuff. And then you have society, where you have technological advances. We have phones. We have online communities. Blah blah blah. Institutions, universities, laws, court systems, all that sort of stuff. So we have progressed far enough to solve a medical problem, which we call an unwanted pregnancy. We have all the tools to do it. We have all the technology to do it, and we have the infrastructure to safely provide this health service for a known health issue that we have within the human populace. Yet, I can't think of any other examples other than this one where we are saying, well, it's actually illegal for you to get this medical procedure which is going to make your life better.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other examples.
And the cost is something that we aren't able to value yet.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I wanted to finish this on a positive note, though. Gail, can you look this up for me? Companies that support abortion in America and will pay for your abortion in America.
Wow.
It's quite staggering if you see.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
So we'll get the official image that I've seen, but it's over, I'd say about 50 companies on the one photo that I saw, and they are all some of the biggest names.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's amazing. Well, that's really good that they're doing that. I mean, who knows whether it's...
At least corporate America is stand by the people.
Well, yeah, I mean...
For once.
Thanks, corporate America.
I thought that was a positive note to chuck up there.
That's really good. That's really good. Anyway, power to the people, and we'll move on to things that we like now.
So I had the culture for both as well. I just want to say my bad one first. Storming the Capitol. All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
The good part of the culture is Joey Chestnut.
Who?
Joey Chestnut. You don't...
Who's Joey
You
Chestnut?
don't know who Joey Chestnut is?
No.
Right. Get up Joey Chestnut for us. Can't believe you don't know Joey Chestnut.
Come on, man.
This is Joey Chestnut.
Give me a break. Who's Joey Chestnut?
Joey Chestnut has won consecutively 14 titles and is potentially one of the best sports people in America.
What's the sport?
He's a professional hot dog eater. And he just claimed his most recent victory this morning at the 4th of July event where they have people do all kinds of food challenges.
Amazing.
Yeah. Nathan's is what it's called.
So he eats hot dogs, bun and all?
Yeah. Maybe we can get up some videos of this guy. It's actually something happened during his performance as well.
I see.
Someone ran up there with a sign protesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But let's look at the positive here. What a great land, eh? So all day on Instagram, people have been comparing him to the likes of Tom Brady, Michael Jordan.
Is he really the GOAT in his field?
He is the GOAT. They've got a list of all of his titles.
Okay.
And he's at the top. Then it puts the titles of Roger Federer, and then he's at the top. He's won the most titles, man.
That's epic.
Tom Brady 6 rings.
Serious status for this guy.
Joey, though, he's just such a smooth eater. It's hand to plate, hand to mouth, repeat. Hand to plate, hand to mouth, repeat.
Hand to plate, hand to mouth, repeat. That probably goes for most of us on the 4th of July, right?
Nathan's
but no one
hot
does
dog
it better
eating contest.
than Joey Chestnut. Today wins his 15th Nathan's hot dog eating contest. 63 franks with buns in 10 minutes. 13 shy of his record, but hey, he was in a booth this year, and he took
With
down
buns.
a protester.
Look at took out a protester during
competition.
his. This is why it's gone viral.
This guy's a boss.
Yeah, bro, he's America's man.
Yeah.
He's like,
Get him out of here.
Not during my moment, dog.
Yeah.
Not during my 15th.
Wow.
The guy beat that protester out with a hot dog in his mouth.
Yeah. You'd think he'd be in a food coma straight after that, but no. He's ready to tackle a protester.
Things like this. I imagine that was the anti-abortion protester there.
I'd say it'd be a vegan protester.
You think so? Yeah, vegan protester. I just thought it was topical. So
it would be like meat is murder style.
wherever there's a place where people are eating hot dogs, in a competition, there will also be there to people to, stop that kind of behavior.
I suppose so.
Yeah, and it was a hot event. There's also this guy, can't remember his name, but he drank, I think, it's a bowl like this big.
Mm.
Like, you get a hot dog eating competition, right? Like, you get it.
Uh-huh.
But the competition was to consume, like, a gigantic, almost bucket of pink lemonade.
Oh, I love pink lemonade.
And he has the record for that now. And they're commentating on it, and it's hilarious. They're like, look at the spillage from this guy. And they're like, he's got nothing on this dude over here. He's zero spillage. Look at that. He's consuming it perfect. Not a drop out of his mouth. It's just hilarious.
That is interesting. They treat everything like it's the Super Bowl. Their elections, food eating competitions.
And one of the pros for me was just sports in general. That's part of the culture. So the culture in America when it comes to sports is amazing. Obviously, football, soccer is probably one of the best and worst fans in the world.
Yes.
Die-hard fans.
Yeah.
American sports have die-hard fans.
Absolutely. Yes, they do.
If you want to enjoy sport, America, there's so much entertainment. Like,
I've got one that you probably didn't think of.
yeah.
So, here is my one.
I didn't think of a whole lot.
Fraternity and sorority culture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's massive.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's like something that I don't even know if it exists anywhere in the world. But they have these like 100-year-old fraternities.
For a brief time in 2014, it existed in New Zealand. Continue.
Yeah. And they have sororities, and then these kids, they get to hang out with people that were, that are the sons of their dad's friend and stuff like that. And they all they'll go to a sorority, and maybe the last 5 generations of this family has been in this fraternity or this sorority, and they have a degree of legacy that goes down. Now with that out of the way, they've got a crazy party culture going on with these fraternities and sororities.
Yeah, there's the weird side to fraternities, and there's the legacy side. But the main thing people know about sororities and fraternities is that they know how to throw a party.
Yeah, they party. They deck out the place where they're staying. They throw huge parties. They drink. They get swole.
Yeah,
have you seen that swole fraternity?
No, I'm sure there's
Yeah. Anyway, so
it's very much the sororities and the fraternities. It's quite cool to see just the male culture and the female culture behave in their own different ways and do their own thing and build their own legacy together. And it's the brotherhood I love personally. Yeah, I think that's
me too.
That's a really when you're out of high school and maybe you've had a tough time at high school, or it wasn't. What you thought it would be, or you weren't the popular kid or whatever. That shit all disappears the day you graduate, and it's like, who do you want to be now? And you could be going to a college, especially in America, and you join a fraternity. Yeah. There's all these older guys that want to help you and giving you the best time of your life and just
for sure sense of belonging.
Yeah, sense of belonging, which I think. There's a lot of value on that as well as a young man or woman when you're trying to figure out who you want to be and what you want to study and what you can do. That other aspect of that brotherhood or sisterhood is really important, I think, for developing your own confidence as well.
For sure, you got a sense of of community within the university. Yeah. Whereas for us, at university, you just show up to your classes. Maybe you might make a friend or two in your classes, and then you just go home to your shitty flat. Yeah, and there's just no kind of
no sports culture with that as well.
Yeah, there's no you're not connected. You don't roll out as a crew together to events and parties and stuff like that. You just kind of you message whoever you know, and then you show up together, but it's just not the same.
Yeah. There's a certain hype aspect to it when you're just rolling up with your crew and like, you know, and like it's funny because you're all just forced to be friends, so you're just like, fuck whatever like we don't have in common, like we're part of the same group and we're gonna just learn to be boys, you know what I mean?
That's right.
They accept whatever, you know, it's irrelevant to
So
who
Trosk
you
and
were
I
before.
have some experience with this because back in sort of 2013, 2014, he and I were involved in something very similar to what an American fraternity would be like.
yeah
So we had a group of 12, 14, 15 boys who we hung out with every single weekend, if not almost every day.
every day, yeah.
And we all did the same stuff, and we were all part of a fraternity. We were bonded by a set of values.
Yeah.
We talked about the same stuff. If somebody was playing up, they didn't get kicked out. They just got reprimanded.
Yeah, they got
And-
dealt with.
Yeah. And there was a hazing process, and there was all the stuff that you'd expect from a fraternity. We lived in the same house.
Yeah.
But yeah.
People came to our house knowing what house it is, and then came to our events that we put on, and we put a lot of effort into it as well. That's the thing that I loved about it.
Yeah.
It's like whatever shit people would give something like a fraternity, the effort that we put in to make sure that people have the best time possible, the best memories, like the thought of that we...
That's right. Like
We're
in the
very thoughtful about our debaucherous process.
Exactly. Like in the fraternities, they have a name to uphold. It's like, I'm a Kappa. And so
Yeah.
we throw the best parties. We're going to throw a Kappa party. You ever
Yeah.
been to a Kappa party?
Yeah.
So we had a name to uphold as well. And that's why we took it so seriously.
And I think all the members as well, like the brotherhood that we had was like, you know, like you said, like go to the gym, and we all went to the same uni.
Yeah.
And you know, we all worked together, and like we were trying to make money, and we were trying to just elevate ourselves, be smarter. And if you went in there thinking you just could have a good time, that's like not the case. People will be on your case if you just start fucking up. Like,
Yeah.
if you're partying too much and not like doing enough work or going out there to try and better yourself, you got like.
Yeah, you would
got
have
told.
to be the guy that would have
Yeah,
to
like
clean up
step
in
it
the
up.
morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
the guy who would have to wear the shrimp suit to a party. Or, you know, that type of punishments. You know?
Yeah, but it was basically a gentle nudge to be like, you know, don't be a fuck up. You've got a good opportunity here to make something of yourself and look after yourself and
That's right.
be the best you can be, which I think is the main point of those fraternities. There's a lot of bad, you know, stuff that goes with it as well.
Yeah.
But I think the main point is that brotherhood and figuring yourself out and becoming a man or becoming a woman before you go out into the world.
Yes.
And get a job and start doing serious shit. Because that stuff, once you get older,
Yeah.
you realize as much as you want to hang out with your best friends all day, every day, there comes a point where you're no longer able to do that. So that's such a good send-off as well, you know? Just
Agreed.
to have that moment during college.
Yeah, man.
And, you know.
And these are friends and acquaintances and contacts that they keep for life.
Yeah.
You know, these
Yeah.
you'll often find people who are in the same fraternity who play golf together in their 60s.
Yeah.
They've known each other and been hanging out for the last, 40 years.
Yeah. Awesome. That's
So
sick.
I love
Like
it.
some of my friends from that group, you know, I'll never not have those friends. Doesn't matter how often I see them or not.
Mm.
You know, some of them I still talk to on a daily basis almost, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a great one. That's
Yeah.
a big one.
It is a cool one. I
All
like
right.
that one. I'm
What-
happy we got into that one.
Me too. I think that's probably the best explanation we've given of that group.
of our experience being a part of that group, I guess.
No doubt.
Yeah, I had entertainment in general.
Yeah.
Just never short of something to do, like the sports events.
Yeah.
Just there's always something going on. And what I loved about when I was in California last, you know, I'm at this club and then going to this thing, and then I'm going to Disneyland, and then I'm in Santa Monica Beach chilling, maybe go for a skate at the skate park, and then that night I've got a comedy show and Joe Rogan's performing. And then Joe Rogan just happens to bring out Bill Burr because he lives down the fucking road.
Yeah.
Like, the action is serious. You go to a club and Jamie Foxx is just chilling.
Yes.
You know, it's like, these people are some of the most famous rich people in the world, and they choose to live down the road from
Yeah.
the Sunset Strip.
The biggest celebrities. And here's the thing, even if you live somewhere out like in Ohio or whatever,
Yeah. Let's
even
go
if you're
Post
not in
Malone and
Yeah.
I think he's in Ohio.
I don't know where he's at, but like what I'm saying is,
Or
even
Texas.
even if you don't live in California and you're not living down the road from Drake, all your favorite artists and people, they're gonna tour pretty much all the states,
Yeah.
or somewhere near you anyway.
Anywhere, any state is going to be a good time. Well, most of them will be, you know.
Yeah.
Florida's, I mean, ooh.
Yeah, that's
Let's talk
true.
about it.
Anyway, so yeah, you get to see the top acts in the world whatever they are, magicians, flipping like artists, movie stars,
any form of entertainment, the best of the best. Almost a comparison to how they do the food, the most fucking extra shit you will see. I think Dubai's gonna give it a run for its money, but America's been running the extravagant entertainment lifestyle for a very, very long time.
That's right. That's right.
And they still will for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love that one too. I won't piggyback off that one. I'll give you a fresh one, but I completely agree with you. The entertainment there is insane.
Yeah, a lot of mine are entertainment based. I think that's, the thing that they're known for best, but...
Hey, you might not agree with this one, but people talk to strangers. So, let me just finish this one. So, like, in the US, it's not unusual for somebody to go into a bar by themselves, sit at the bar and talk to the bartender, and then just talk to the person next to them, talk to the other person next to them, and just hang out there for 4 hours until they're ready to go home. They might buy the person next to them a drink.
Yep.
They'll just walk through, they'll talk to somebody on their way out, whatever. We don't do that here in New Zealand, and I don't think it's very common like around the world now, westernized countries too much. It's like... Over there, it seems like everyone's open game for a conversation. Whereas here, people super keep to themselves.
That is such a big thing for me personally as well. Like, I always want someone to be open to conversation. You know what I mean? When you get shut down in a conversation just trying to be, like, polite or something. Yeah, it's so lame. And in America, when I was there as well, I think I've told you the story about the NBA hat. And the guy, I was in an elevator in Colorado, and this family walked into the thing, and they saw my had a Mavericks hat on, and they're just like, "Oh, are you a Mavericks supporter?" I'm like, "Nope." And they were like, "Oh, that's okay, man. Cool hat anyway." And then they just started having it was this older couple, it's this old American couple, and they were just there having a chat with me in the elevator, and I was like 16, just having a chat with the 16-year-old, like, "Oh, cool, man," like. Yeah, just talking about that. And one of the other experiences I had as well when I got to LA, I literally went down into the lobby, talked to the guy working at reception. Yeah, and I was like, is there a bar nearby I could just go and like get some food at and get a couple of drinks? Just got off the flight, and he's like, just go across the road to this place. So I went, sat down in the bar, talked to the bartender. I was like, hey, how's it going? I just got here from New Zealand. Like, any recommendations or whatever? Like, should I go somewhere tonight? And what cocktail should I drink? Yeah. She gives me a drink, and then her friends come in, and she introduces me to her friends, and the friends are like, "Oh, hey man, yeah, join us. Like, we're gonna go to this club later." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Amazing. They didn't even try and avoid me. They were instantly like, "New person, cool. Yeah, no, we're gonna do this tonight, so come along." And I was like, "What?" It was crazy. I partied with those guys until 6 o'clock in the morning.
All of you American viewers are probably listening to this being like, yeah, that's just normal. Why are you guys so excited? This type of thing never, ever, ever happens in New Zealand. Like, if you try to start a conversation with somebody that you don't know, like let's say at a coffee shop, if you say to them like, hey, how's your coffee? They would probably say like, it's good, thanks. Yeah, like, and then they would just look away.
Or like, why are you asking me? Or like, is there something on it? Or like, people are fucking paranoid about other people.
Yeah. If you try to start a conversation with somebody, they think that you're either trying to rob them, trying to sell them something, or like trying to warn them of something bad that's going to happen.
Yeah. Just think that you're bringing bad tidings regardless. Like, whatever your energy is going to be bad. So...
Exactly, and it's like the worst that it gets that I've seen it happen is like if you talk to somebody that you don't know, like in a club, for example. Yeah. They might, if you like ask them a question, they give you a one-word answer. You might ask them another question, they give you another one-word answer. Like, hey, how's it going? They'll be like, good. And you say, oh, cool. Like, do you, how long have you been here? They'll be like, not long. And then you might say, oh, where'd you come from? And then they might say like, excuse me, I don't know you.
Yeah, or they'll be like, oh, sorry, I gotta go. Or like, they'll just try and like... disperse.
Exactly. They try and bounce.
Well, why are you out, dog? Yeah. Why are you here?
Exactly.
Just go home and call your friends. I mean...
Yeah. Go, get on Discord and talk to the people you know. Like, why are you out around people you don't know? Yeah. If you don't want to talk to people you don't know.
Yeah. It is a... Like, I do not go to a club when I'm feeling like I want to be introverted, dog. You know? If I want to not talk to people. In South Africa as well, this is a massive thing. the amount of people I met in South Africa.
Yeah.
Like, I went somewhere with my friends, and they were like, we're going home early, and I met these other guys, and they're my new friends. I was with them now.
Yeah.
We were out all night, and me and this guy, he's a professional golfer. Shout out Dean O'Reilly.
Okay.
And I met him at an event, and for the next 2 months, we just played golf together. Just after meeting at this one event and hanging out, and he's now friends with my friends, and
Yeah.
it was just normal for us to have a conversation together, you know?
Super easy.
I met all of his friends. I was hanging out with them all night. They were all super welcoming, and like,
It's very
it
difficult
wasn't
to do
weird to them at all, but it was like weird for me to experience.
Yeah, man. Well, for us, we don't know anything about it because here in New Zealand, you come in, and even if you live here, to try and infiltrate a group of people that you don't like, that you don't normally hang out with, it's almost impossible. Dude.
Yeah.
Unless
very
they want
difficult.
something from you,
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to do. And so that's another thing we love about America. I guess keep being open, keep being like, I guess, friendly and stuff like that.
Keep
to
partying
people.
it up, dog.
No doubt.
And keep that competition going. There's only one competition that I'm against.
Absolutely. So I guess to wrap up, we will bid you guys farewell. Keep doing you and keep being free. God bless America.
Cheers.